There's been a lot of talk recently about vaccinations and the benefit of getting vaccinated and these breakthrough infections. I'd like to talk a little bit about the relative risk of getting COVID-19 between the vaccinated and unvaccinated populations. So let's take some numbers from September 16th in Ontario. At this point, we have about 70% of the population fully vaccinated. That means they've had 2 shots and they're past their 2 weeks beyond that last shot. The other 30% is made up of people who either have had no shots or have only 1 shot, or we don't know what their status is. Now, on this day, September 16th, there were 864 new COVID cases in Ontario, and 655 of those were among the unvaccinated population, and 209 were from vaccinated people, or were in the vaccinated population. So let's think of the risk of being infected as the depth of a pool. Now I've split this pool into 2 pieces, 70% for the vaccinated and 30% for the unvaccinated, and there's this wall in between. Now for every person who gets infected with COVID-19, we're going to put 1 liter of water in the corresponding side of the pool. So we have to add 209 liters to this side, and so we'll have a depth of water down here. And for the 655 unvaccinated people, their pool will be filled up like this. Now, as you can see, because the unvaccinated side of the pool is much smaller, the 655 liters fill it up to a much greater depth. That's why, and if you do the numbers, if you use the 209, the 655, and the sizes of the pools, you will see that the increased risk of an unvaccinated person getting COVID-19 is over 7 times. Now let's look at the intensive care unit patients. On this day, there were 191 COVID patients in the intensive care unit. 178 of those were unvaccinated, and 13 of those were vaccinated. If you do the same analogy with the pool and depth of the water, the water on the unvaccinated side will be about 32 times deeper. So the increased risk of an unvaccinated person getting COVID and being in the intensive care unit is 32 times as high as that of a vaccinated person.